Good morning, Danny with Carter and Verplank. Kind of noisy with the air conditioners behind us, but anyway, this is the plant drain pump station control panel. Whoops. And going to go over this with you. Going to get it all on the camera, and then when we get done filming this, then you guys can get right in front of it to see it. So, okay. So anyway, so just like all control panels, you got the double doors. Okay. Whoops. The right side is where all the controls are, and the left side is where the power is, okay? So, just normal situation. I got the primary circuit breaker that turns power on to the entire panel. I got individual pump breakers, okay? And then I have individual contactors for each pump, okay? So they can run it. So if you had to pull number 2, you just turn power off. You can pull number 2, do whatever you need to do, put it back on, and you're good to go again, okay? Just normal. Phase monitor over there. They all have thermal overloads, okay? So it's just very standard. Everything is standard on that, okay? Then over here on the control side, got elapsed time meters for each individual pump. I got a seal fail and an overtemp light for each pump, independent of each other, okay? So it's all for itself. And they're push to test, so if you wanted to make sure the lights were working, or your signals were working, you just push the test, okay? Then you got 2 sections to this for control. Number 1 is, see here, it says backup float sequence. Okay, so you have float balls in the on the wet well, okay? So if I lost my telemetry unit here and it dies, it will work off of the floats, okay? So this is primary. The telemetry control unit is primary control. The floats are secondary control, okay? So if you turn the 3 switches off, that becomes dumb, right? And I'm just looking at my floats to come on and off. Okay? All right? Got a horn, and I got it on silence because I know nobody wants to hear a horn ever. So it's on. If you guys want to turn it on, I'll let you turn it on. I'm not turning it on. Got a pump running light for each pump. I got 8 handoff automatic switches for each pump. And then I got my high pressure switch, because there's a high pressure switch on each one of the discharge lines over here, okay? So basically, what we're doing is over in the corner, which we'll go over there in just a minute, on that, where that white pipe is sticking up out of the ground, level transducer is over there, okay? So power comes from here, supposed to go out there, give power to the level transmitter, okay? Comes back in, and it's read right here in the middle of the screen. I know it's kind of hard to see, so when we get done taping, you can come up and just put your eyeballs on it.
5.6?
Yeah, 5.86 right now. Yeah. These glasses keep going bad. I got to get closer. So anyway, so it relays the level here, and then it also takes it and sends it to wherever SCADA is reading it. I don't know exactly if that's in this room or somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, so on the screen here, it's got pump 1, pump 2, and pump 3. And in just a little while, hopefully we're going to get more water. And every time that you're on auto on the telemetry unit, if number 1 pump started this time, the next event that happens, number 2 will start. And then when it turns off, the next time it gets ready to start again, it'll switch to number 3. So it's continuously just rotating the pumps out for run, okay? And it takes a whole cycle, which means I got to go on, low, on, and then pump it down to off, and then start all over again, okay? All right? Whole bunch of relays and all kinds of stuff in there, okay? And if you don't need to be in there, don't go in there. I'm just saying, you know, if you need to get in there, okay, fine. There is a set of drawings over here on the side. Yep, on the power side. There wasn't a pocket over here to put them over here, otherwise we'd put them over there. Anyway, so, and at any time, of course, you can always take and run a pump in hand, Okay, if you wanted to take a look in your wet pit because you think you saw something floating around, you just put that sucker in hand, suck it all the way down and go, oh, there it is, whatever that may be. If you saw a basketball floating or something in there, whatever, you could easily see it, all right? So, any questions on this face of it so far? Okay, all right. And it's, I don't know if you just noticed, but the screen went blank. It's an actual touch screen. So if you just touch it, it'll come back to life, okay? So it's normally going to go dark to save the screen, as it were. And then let me just show you. I'll show you right quick. Watch number 2. See how I'm red and white here on my little flags? There it goes. So now when it's running, you'll see that it turns green and is going around the circle. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, so there's that. So then it'll finally shut off in a minute. Boom. Now we're back to normal, waiting on the level to rise. Okay? All right. Anything we need to go over right now? And then we'll come back later. Everybody can get their face in here. Whatever. Okay? All right. So let me just close this real quick. Okay. That one we can leave open. It's all good. So each pump, you got the 3 pits, 3 individual hatches, and then each one has its own junction box. So here's my cable coming up from the pump. So I got my power cable, which is the 3 leads of the motor and the big ground right here. And then I got my control cable. The control cable comes just up inside here and is landed on the terminal board. Okay, and the drawing represents that back and forth, so and so, and they're all identical. Okay, all right. I'll grab that. Gotcha. I'll put that on in just a minute. And then if we turn around right here, we can see here is the pressure switch on each one of the units right here. I've already set those up. So what I did was I closed the discharge valve and ran the pump. And I didn't have it set right the first time, so it kept running. Okay, so I had to lower the switch down a little more, try it again, kept running, turn it again, turn it. Finally got to that point where if somebody leaves the discharge valve closed, if you were working on the pump and you put it back online, when it hits the pressure switch, it just turns off, and then as soon as the pressure drops, it turns right back on. Okay, it's a non-latching circuit. I don't know why. Don't know why. But you definitely get the little yellow light. I've seen that. I tested every one of them, so that works. Okay, so there's the 3 pressure switches. Got an individual junction box for each one of the pumps, and 2 more items or 3 more items. Number 1, as I already said, there's the level transducer here. There's the magic box that it goes to for SCADA, back out, whatever. This little junction box right here is where all the floats come into. And the floats are in this hatch right here, and they're hung on a hook. We can open that if you guys want to see it, whatever. All right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so all your floats come in there. Level transmitter here. And then one more additional item, you guys want to walk right here in the middle of the bay. This box here is nothing more than an enclosure for my 480 to 120 volt transformer that feeds the 120 power to the major control panel, the big control panel. So this panel, none of the panels have its own transformer inside of it. It's an outside transformer feeding power to it. But I get power from here over there for 480, reduces it down, 120, comes back over into that panel. And it's all on the drawings also. Okay?
You have a copy of drawings that we can have? I mean, I know you have one in there, but they're in the spare though.
I have one, but I'm not sure if it's 100% correct because they had to make. I have one you can have, but we haven't done the true as built drawings yet.
Right,
so I don't have a good one that you can go, oh yeah, everything. No, I don't know that yet.
When you get it to.
Oh yeah. We send it to Claude. Yes, sir. Correct. And you and as normal, you'll get an O&M, and it has every single the relays and the switches and everything that's in the panel. You'll have that in the book, and you have 5 panels. You got 2 out there, one here, one down there, and then the one up there. Right. So you're going to have 5 books or 5 in 1. I don't know how they're doing it. That will have all the drawings and all the component parts for each one of them in there.
For as-built.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Yeah, because you definitely need the as-builts. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. And since I'm not the guy moving the wires around, I'm not that guy to ask that question. Other than I know, we don't have the finished drawings yet.
Okay.
Right. Because
Jeremy's supposed to send that to Claudette. Then once we get it done, then we should have it.
yes, sir. Correct, sir. Correct. So, transformer, junction boxes, level transmitter, control panel, pumps, pressure switch. That's it. And anytime you need to run it in hand, if you turn it in hand, it's going to stay running. The low level float will not shut it off. So you can run this thing till it goes which because if you turn it in hand, you told it to run, it's going to run. Right. Yeah. Okay?
Excellent.
Yes, sir. But if anybody wants to get in front of the little TCU unit there, now that we're done all the taping and stuff, if you want to see it, now you can get in front of it. Yes, ma'am. We are done.